Hey everyone, it's Holly from the Urban Homesteader, and obviously Carrie's here with me, and we've got two special guests here today. This is Tim and Jammers. Her real name is Jamie, she goes by Jammers. And these two are with us today because they have an interest in the beekeeping situation, and actually not they so much. Tim has more of the interest in comparison to Jammers. Jammers is kind of just here to, I guess, learn. You want to learn, figure it out. So how they got here is because Carrie and I have a mutual friend whose name is Sheila. Sheila puts on a fundraiser every year, and this year she contacted me and asked me if I would be, or if we would be interested in giving a bee experience to somebody for the silent auction. And very little discussion with Carrie. kind of said, hey, do you want to do that? She goes, sure. And that was kind of it. Mm-hmm. And then I learned that the fundraiser was over. So I contacted Sheila and said, hey, who won and what exactly did you tell them that they won? I really didn't even know. So Sheila says, well, it was a wonderful human named Tim. And Tim, between Tim and Sheila and I, we got ourselves together and got this scheduled for today. Okay, you guys, so here we are obviously out in the bee yard. First time for these two. Kind of tight quarters back here. We don't have a whole lot of room for them to be maneuvering around, but we're going to do the best that we can. So first thing I'm going to do is open this up, and Tim is going to smoke them. This colony is just really pretty docile and pretty chill. This is the one this was the swarm that we caught. So I'm going to lift this lid off and you can immediately start smoking them. See what I mean? Like, this is a really very mellow bunch of bees. This is the queen excluder. So there's a queen in here somewhere, but when this colony starts to grow and they start filling in with comb, they're going to run out of room. But we want to keep the queen down in these boxes so that that's where she lays the eggs, and then they're going to build their way up, and that's why you get these taller colonies. You kind of want them to build in the middle. But because this was a swarm, these guys were just kind of we just threw them in and let them do their thing. I'm going to pop a frame out here so that you guys can see what they're working on. So you can see here, this is comb that they've built up. This is capped honey, which is very exciting to see. I am very, very excited about that. They always put the honey up in the corners, and I know it's honey because of the pattern that's on the wax. This is brood, which means basically baby bees. And if you look close inside those open caps, you can see the larva in there. And that's another reason I know that there's a queen, because there's babies. So these are capped brood, which means that they're closer to being born, so that when you can see just the larva, they're really young. The larva grows a little bit more, and then the worker bees come in and then they cap it.
Where's that one?
All of the stuff that's capped right here. Mm-hmm. See, it's got a different pattern on the wax. Mm-hmm. Versus you wanna sweep a little bit, just right here. Just real light in the corner, just to move it aside. Yep, a little harder. Perfect. So you can see the pattern there is different than what it is here.
Okay.
So this is honey. This is baby bees, yet to be born. Cool, huh? Mm-hmm. And that's it. I mean, we know that there's babies in here, and so that's how we know that there's a queen, and they are just doing their thing. And there's really nothing more that we need to do for them. They have it all figured out. They know what they need to do, and that's it. So we just want them to continue to make honey, and that's it. This is what the other side looks like. It's very different. So you want to sweep that? So they're working on something there. They're probably cleaning that comb off. It's a little bit of a different color. So these frames were used before. And so this just tells me that there's older comb in there, but it's totally okay. Here's more honey too. Isn't that cool? Okay, so that's it. And then we just put it back. I think I had it this way. You can see how many are in there. Want to peek your head in there? There's more honey right there too.
Nice.
So that's it. You just got to be real careful. You want to be as gentle as you can. I'm going to put this queen excluder back in here. I'm not going to put another box on here because they have a lot of work to do yet. And if I give them more room, they're going to be a lot more sporadic. We want them to fill this out as much as we can. When it gets to be about 80%, that's when we add another box on like that. But you can see, God, these are so stuck together. There's just nothing on it. So they have to fill all this out yet, and there's no reason that we need to add another box because they've got a lot more work to do yet in this box. So this I just put on because I didn't want to forget it last time I was here. And that's it. Questions?
How do the bees get into the box?
There's an opening in the front. And so that's it. That's their only way in and out. That's just how they are. Was this my... Oh, here. So that's it. Okay. Okay, now we're going to move on to this hive. So remember I told you that this was the box that just kind of died, and I don't know what happened to them. They left or whatever they did, but they're no longer a part of it. So now we're going to... I don't know. Carrie, do you think we should re-smoke?
I don't, well, open it and see what you
Yeah. Let's just wait. Okay. Jammers, you want to come in here? You can actually step right up on this thing. Then you can see it better. So because it's like stuck, I know that there's a lot of bees in there just because it's I know I did. So can you tell? Oh my gosh, I cannot get this thing off. Okay. I want to smoke. Can you grab the smoker? So just go ahead and smoke that. Don't go in the front though. I mean, don't walk in front, just perfect. Okay, you ready? You're going to keep smoking it. As soon as I lift this lid off, your job is to just keep smoking them.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull some frames out of this one too, and we're going to see what we can find. It is crazy how much smoke helps. When I first tapped that box, they were ticked. So you can see, this is why it was sticky. This is just bee goo. I don't know where I want to grab here. Right? This is full of honey. It's not capped yet, but they're working on it. It's very heavy. You want to lift it? It's heavy, right? Heavier than you think. You want to try it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just full.
Yep.
So you can see it. You can see that it's shiny in there. So they're working on capping that right there, but they're just in the early stages of that.
That's a good sign.
That is a good sign.
What are they? Are they?
They're cleaning whatever they're doing. Yep.
Look, you can actually see them like really getting in
Yep.
there. Mm-hmm.
Let's pull another one and see if we can see anything else. Yeah. They don't all make it. The smoke. Ugh. There's more honey in there. Again, not capped. And here they're working on it. I'm just curious as to what questions you guys have.
Honestly, just watching and learning.
It's cool to be this close, right? To see them. Keep smoking.
So, how many bees would you say are in a here?
That's a common question. So when we started, we got packages of bees. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. We got packages. You can get nukes, which are basically like a mini frame. When we started, we got about what did we say? 500 in a package, and we could potentially get up to like 30,000. So when the queen is down in here laying those eggs, the bees get born, and then they're the worker bees. So they're the ones that are doing all of the stuff up here.
Okay.
So that's it. We can tell that both of these colonies are looking very, very good. A lot of times with beekeeping, less is more. So we're going to just close them up, and that's it. They're going to carry on with their day.
So how far do they go?
They can travel up to about 2 miles. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is basically just wildflower honey, or
Wherever they can get nectar and pollen within the 2 mile radius is where they're getting it. So if we were to harvest honey, let's say 2 months ago, if we were lucky enough to have honey, I don't even know if we would have had any at that point. Well, let's just say we did. Let's just say it was a gangbuster plant year and the bees were going crazy. We could have harvest, and then we could put those frames back in here, and then they can start doing it again. And we could harvest again at the end of the year. If we took those different times of year and taste tested that honey, they would taste very different and they would look different. It's gonna look a little bit lighter in the spring or early summer versus late summer and late fall. It's just darker and it just has a different flavor, and that's simply because what they're collecting, the plants are different. So, not saying that one. I've had people ask me like which was better. There is no better. It's just different. How Carrie and I choose to do this is to just harvest honey at the end of the year because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cleanup, and it's just easier to just get it all done in one shot and call it a day. So that's going to be part 2 for you guys. You guys are going to be coming back, and we're going to be harvesting the honey. So that'll be a very cool experience for you guys too. And of course,
the Arboretum had some fair a couple of weeks ago, and I got some orange blossom honey.
So,
oh my word, that's some good honey.
Yeah, I mean all honey is pretty darn good.
Oh yeah, I love honey.
I have a hard time understanding how they can name it that, just because how does anybody know where they're getting the honey from? We don't know. There's 2 miles of plant. I don't know. It's just you'll see a lot of times like at the grocery stores it'll be called clover honey. I feel like that's just a generic version of here's our honey, and they put a name on it just to sell it.
She said that they would put these in the middle of like orange fields.
Sure.
Or that
And then
sort of
and then
thing.
it's very likely,
Yeah.
right? But they can still travel.
Yeah, they
and we
still get
still
out
don't know.
there.
So it's going to be heavy on the orange probably. And I mean that's cool. I've done taste testing with other friends, and it's amazing the different flavors that you can get from the honey. Although when you're putting it on toast, you're just not gonna know the difference. But
English muffin with a little bit of butter.
yeah, see, everyone's got their thing. It's really good on ice cream too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you guys, any other questions?
You have any more questions?
Okay.
No.
Okay. So that's gonna be it for the bee yard today. We're gonna
said-
kind of what?
She said this was a lot of fun.
Oh, very cool. Wait till we harvest. That's gonna be even better.
Get the honey out. It's not as bad as she thought.
Okay, good. See, that's actually really cool to hear. So you guys had zero experience of doing this before, and you're not feeling scared or intimidated or anything like that.
No.
Very cool. I love that.
And then she said the suit helps.
Yeah, it totally gives you a feeling of safeness, right?
Confident.
Yeah, confidence. So now maybe, are you interested in becoming a beekeeper? Still not there.
She doesn't want that sort of responsibility.
She's not there yet, but we'll get
No.
her there maybe.
Maybe one day you can help me. She'll eat my honey.
Yeah, well, no doubt. Okay, that's going to be it for today, you guys. Thanks so much for joining us in the bee yard. We will see you next time. You're not going to see these two for probably a few more months. It's hard to know when we're going to harvest because it just depends on the weather. It's very much weather related, and it's honestly our schedules. It's almost easier to wait until October or November, but that's when things kind of calm down, and it's just easier for us to, and it doesn't matter because like the honey never goes bad, so it can sit in a tote and wait for us, and we'll get it all harvested at that point. So it'll be a while. It'll be a little bit cooler, which will be great because right now I'm cooking. Are you guys hot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so next time I see you, I don't know if I'm going to be with the chickens or if I'm going to be in the garden. I am waiting for some stuff with the chickens. I don't know what's going to happen. You guys know how it is with me. Every day is a surprise, so we'll wait and see what happens. Make sure you like and share, subscribe, and we will see you soon.